So what is SONA? It's an abbreviation for State of the Nation Address. It is generally an annual event. Yes, in an election year, like next year, 2024, will be an election year, then you have two SONAs, one in February and the other after the national elections. In simple layman's terms, it's the president telling Parliament and telling the nation what his plans are for the coming year. So the MPs go into recess towards the end of the calendar year and they come back to Parliament on the day of SONA. And it's after SONA that their work starts. So the budget speech then follows, then the provincial legislatures sit and the provincial premiers then give their State of the Province address. So everything then flows from the SONA. This is now the 7th SONA that President Cyril Ramaphosa will be delivering. Since the very first one in 2018, there will be those who will remember that President Zuma was supposed to deliver it, and then he was put under tremendous pressure, and eventually then he resigned. The SONA was then delayed. I remember we had booked tickets and where we were supposed to come, and everything had to be cancelled, and then the SONA took place a little later. Now, it's the coming together of the three arms of state. You've got the executive, the president and his cabinet. You've got the legislature, that's the two houses of parliament, the National Council of Provinces and the National Assembly. And then you've got the judiciary. And you'll see all of them come together to listen to the President's State of the Nation address. He calls for both the houses to sit, and that's when he delivers the address. It is generally between an hour and a half long. Now in 2018, there was great euphoria when Cyril Ramaphosa delivered the State of the Nation address. He had just succeeded Jacob Zuma, who had pretty much lost credibility in the broader society. He spoke a bit better than how Zuma would read his speeches. And then we heard the term Ramaphoria. Come into the COVID era, and we had these regular family meetings, and the president's credibility, or rather his popularity, was at a high. All of a sudden, in the last 2 to 3 years, with load shedding, with water outages, with collapsing infrastructure, with the lack of growth in the economy, you find a president who's lost a lot of his popularity. Many are saying now he's Rama promises. He just makes promises, but he doesn't deliver. The key thing for him today, the technical detail, yes, will be unpacked by the academics and by the politicians, and the devil is always in the detail, and that's important. But the key thing for him today is to make South Africans believe that he has a plan. Will he be able to do that? It remains to be seen.